あよっしゃ。こんばんは。ちょっと今ね、準備してるとこっすね。また改定されたのかな。危ね。うっせえな。3人来てくださってるね。ちょっと待ってくださいね。今やってるところ。 できたな。できましたな。よし。これで大丈夫かな。ちょいちょい今、モニターで確認してるとこっす。OK、これでいいや。はい、それでは今日始めたいと思います。いきますよ。皆さんこんばんは。いつもご視聴ありがとうございます。現役塾講師の前の金ざれことの佐野太郎です。生徒と共に受験を乗り越えていく学習塾、佐野塾は愛媛県松山市花園町、高島屋の近くにて運営しております。ご興味のある方はインスタの DM、LINE、お電話にてお気軽にお問い合わせください。ということで、本日もやってまいりましょう。まず宣伝ですね。現在、塾生募集中です。おそらく、昨日も申し上げたんですけれども、多分1学期終わるぐらいに満員になると思いますんで、焦らすわけではないですけど、大体それぐらい、までにかな。で、あとは、高校3年生、新高校3年生は6月末で募集終了いたしますので、そこだけですかね。塾はゆっくり探した方がいいです。で、あとは、そうですね、2月の22日、松山花園日曜市、これ、ブース出展またしますんで、ぜひぜひブースの方お立ち寄りいただければと思います。もう、普通に雑談質問 OK なんでね、何でもいいですよ。何でもいいって言ってもね、邪魔しに来るとか冷やかしに来るのはやめてくださいね。15日、QA やりますね。もう、あれですよ。もう学年末交際ですよ。学年末テストですよ。これはね、受験対策でも構いません。ぜひぜひお越しください。塾生以外も募集しております。そして、そんぐらいかな。そんぐらいだな。あとは、インスタのフォローよろしくお願いいたします。コメント概要欄にリンク貼っております。この動画がいいなと思ったら、チャンネル登録、メンバーシップ登録、高評価、スパチャよろしくお願いいたします。はい。メンバーシップもやってるんでね、あれですね。この前にやってたんですけど、それもよろしくお願いしますわ。はい。それでね、今日からやるのはね、あれなんですよ。誰もいなくなった。来た。今日はね、何をするかというと、そうだ。ちょっと待って。ちょっと忘れてたことがあった。収益の受け取りをオン。オンにしとかないとね。で、はい。はい、すいません。で、今日はこれっすね。これでいきます。これの紹介ですね。文英堂から出ている小論文の完全ネタ本、です。これ4種類あって、リンク貼ってます。ちょっとアフィリエイトにしちゃったんだけどね。アフィリエイトにはしてるんですけれども、4つあるんですが、僕は小論文指導ではこれ使ってますね。これを使ってます。ちょっとね、最近高くなったんだよね。高くなったんだけれども、一応1210円、税込みの1210円ですね。で、結構僕はこれが初期の頃からこれが好きで結構使ってますね。で、なんでこれ使ってるのかっていうところから説明すると、How to 本は僕そんな必要ないんですよ。文章結構書いてるんで、だいたい文章の書き方分かってるんで、 ハウトゥー本だとね、余計なことをね、ちょっと覚えていくっていうのがあるんで、段落はいくつでやるとか、そういうのはね、いらないんですよね。結構言われるんですけどね、先生の段落が多いとか、言われるんですけど、段落とかね、そういうのはどうでもよくはないけど、数決まってるわけじゃないんでね。とかね、まあそういうのがあるんで、まあ僕はハウトゥー本は好きじゃなくて、どちらかっていうとね、きちんとね、回答例があるのが好きなんですよ。僕は、これね、僕が好きかっていうと、回答例があるんですよ。もうちょっと前に出すか。ここにね、こっち側なんですけど、ここ問題があって、回答例、青なんですけどね、ちょっと見えにくいか。ちょっと見えにくいかもしれないけど、回答例がある。っていうのが、この本のいいところで、こんなに回答例がたくさん載ってる本ってあんまないんですよね。で、そこが大事かなと思います。で、僕は小論文ってどういうふうに書くんですかってよく聞かれます、最初。どういうふうなのが小論文なんですか？どういうふうに書けばいいんですか？イメージがわからないんですよ。だったら、じゃあ小論文、こういう600字どういうふうに書いてるのかっていう、これを読ますところから始めますね。で、読ませて何するかっていうと、これ要約させますね。要約させると、今度はそこから逆向きに行きます。まず自分の書きたいことの要約を作って、それから文章に説明を入れていくというふうなやり方をして作っていくっていうふうにやっていきますね。で、まあ、あとはそこにロジカルライティングとディベートを入れるっていう、これはあれですね。出口さんの教科書から取って、テキストから取ってやるんですけれども、その2つを組み合わせて、ある程度大まかに骨組みを作っていくっていう風なやり方をしてます。中堅国公立、私立であれば、これでまず十分対応できるかなっていうふうに僕は思ってまして、実際合格率もそこそこ出してる、そこそこじゃかなりいいと思ってるんですけども、出してます。ハウトゥーじゃないんですよね。こうやって書くとか、こういうふうなことを書かないといけないとかじゃなくて、大体の大まかを掴んでいくためには、やっぱり、回答例が必要なんですよ。こういうふうに書くんだよっていうの。なんかね、あんま言わん方がいいかな。こうしないといけない、ああしないといけないっていうのは僕はあんま好きじゃないんでね、こういうふうに書かないといけないって、じゃあ書いてみてくださいよって、書けるんですかっていうふうに思うんですけれども。まあ、要するに、文章書けない人が書き方だけ教えてるっていうパターンですね。それは僕は好きじゃなくて。僕は一応、事業計画書とか、サラリーマン時代も書いてますし、研究者の卵だったんで、論文も書いてるんで、文章は書いてきた方なんでね、いけるんですけど、まあ結構文章を書いてない人が、文章の書き方だけ教えるっていうパターンがあって、ちょっとそれは良くないなっていうふうに思ってはいるんですが、とにかく、どういうふうに書くのかっていう、その回答例があるのがいい。まあ、これを要約していけば大体読むんで、これ読めばいいって思う人もいるかもしれないですけど、読めばいいって言っても大概ね、読んでも覚えないし、眠たくなるんで、それだったら要約をするっていうふうにするといいかなっていうふうに思います。そうするとね、現代文の点数も結構上がってきたりとかするんですよ。そういうのもあるんでね、これはいいかなと。ハウトゥー本はね、もうこうやって書きなさい。段落はこうですとかいうのはね、もう何やっていいかわからんなってくるんで、たくさんありすぎて、やらなあかんことが。そういうふうにやるよりかは、こういうふうな、大まかにつかめる方が僕はいいんじゃないかなっていうふうに思ってはいますね。まあ、あとはこれ4つに分かれてるんで、そのテーマに合わせて、まあ、近いところ、過去問を見て、それに合わせて、やっていくっていう風にしてます。要約をやりますね。僕はこれを要約させるっていうことをしておりますね。まあ、これが一番僕は使いやすいかな。あとはもう、どんどん書いていく。まあ、もう一つあるんですけどね。もう一つは出口博さんの、出口博先生のね、 論理エンジンスパイラルの方を使ってます。実はね。小学生用のやつね。あれを使ってやってるっていうのは実はあるんですけど、またそれはまた別日に話したいと思います。そんなところです。これはね、いいと思います。本当にね、どういうふうに書いたらいいのかわかるんで、回答例がある分ね、何回も言いますけど、回答例があるから、どういうふうなのが小論文なのかっていうことがわかる。どういうふうに書いたらいいのかっていうのがわかるんでね。我流で書くっていうことがなくなると思います。こういう感じで書けばいいんかということが書けるようになってくるんでね。それでいいと思います。あとね、小論文でね、言いたいのは、変なこと書かなくていいんですよ。自分の思ってることでいいと思うし、一般的に普通のこと書いていいと思います。気をてらったりとか、人と違うことをしようと思う必要はないと思ってます。自分の思ってることは普通でいいんですよ。普通のことをどんだけ説得力を持って説明できるかが大事。きちんとそれを説明できるか、自分の言葉で説明して相手を説得させることができるか、納得させることができるかっていうそのテクニックを磨いてほしいなっていうふうに思っております。はい、それでは勉強ライブ配信の勉強の方やっていきます。コーヒー入れます。ちょっとね、コーヒーが飲みたい。 すいません。そう、コーヒー。今日アレックス来るんかな。
How would you say itadakimasu in English? Ina, how would you say itadakimasu in English?
That's a tough question. Words like itadakimasu and gochiso-sama are unique to Japanese culture.
Everyone acknowledge the value of the food we eat, right?
That's right. Japanese have the notion that everyone who is a part of creating a meal deserves to be thanked.
What a beautiful sentiment. So, who should I say those phrases to?
Generally to whoever contributed to the meal, from the farmer to the cook. We say itadakimasu before eating, and gochiso-sama after eating.
I think it's a good reminder to be more conscious of where our food comes from and the people who cook it.
2. It really works. Today I read an online article about different remedies for a cold in different parts of the world. What do you do when you have a cold?
For me, I usually have a bowl of chicken noodle soup. It stops a runny nose and soothes a sore throat. How about you?
Well, my grandmother is originally from Mexico. She prepares Mexican tea with cinnamon and honey for our colds. It really works.
Sounds good. What were other remedies that you read about?
Some seemed unusual to me. In Japan, people sometimes drink honey and grated ginger mixed with hot water when they are getting a cold. In Cambodia, a cold is treated by soaking one's feet in warm water. In Morocco, they believe eating garlic omelets will boost their immunity. You know, garlic has natural healing properties.
Whew. There sure are a lot of resourceful people in this world.
3. Things are looking up. I've been reading about superstitions lately. Some people think that finding a 4-leaf clover will bring them good fortune. Why? It's very rare to discover a 4-leaf clover. They do occur because of genetic mutations, but not very often.
Well, kinds of beliefs are not necessarily based on facts. I'm very skeptical about them. In fact, I think they are pure nonsense.
Many people believe in some superstitions. I know that I do. Yesterday, I found a penny face up on the ground. Have you heard the phrase, things are looking up? It means that good things will happen now. It's my lucky penny because it was looking up when I found it.
Are you kidding me? Well, don't worry if a black cat crosses your path. I bet nothing bad will happen unless you believe it will. 4. Did you know? Some fun facts about 2 popular food items. What is the most popular fruit in the world? Not surprisingly, the banana is the most consistently popular fruit in the world. According to estimates, more than 100 billion bananas are consumed globally every year. But did you know that in scientific terms, the banana is classified as a berry? Like other berries, bananas contain seeds inside their fruit, although the seeds are very tiny. By the way, strawberries and raspberries are actually not classified as berries. Here's another fun fact. What vegetable was once believed to be poisonous? If you answered the tomato, you are correct. It is said that tomatoes were introduced to Europe from the Americas in the 16th century as ornamental plants. For a long time, they were thought to be toxic and inedible. That's because they look similar to the deadly nightshade. That plant actually is toxic. Of course, tomatoes are very popular today, maybe even more popular than bananas.
5. That's why bubbles are round. Use a bubble blowing wand. Dip it into the bubble liquid. When you pull it out, the hole will be filled with a thin film of the liquid. Blow gently on this, and it will stretch into the shape of a sphere, round like a ball, creating a bubble. A bubble is actually soapy water filled with a pocket of air. The bubble's shape is created by surface tension. The thin surface wall is pulling in, while the air inside of it is pushing out. The bubble tries to shrink in size and hold as much air as it can. Which geometric shape has the smallest surface area needed to hold the volume of air? It is always a sphere. So that's why bubbles are round.
6. Why do people get goosebumps? Goosebumps appear when people experience strong emotions. For instance, it is common for a person to break out in goosebumps if they feel fear or they sense something awful is about to happen. Goosebumps can also occur in a moment of surprise or if a person feels cold. But why do people get goosebumps? It's because the brain sends signals to a person's muscles that make them tense up. The tensed muscles that are attached to body hairs pull the hairs and the skin up. Goosebumps appear as a reflex action. Therefore, a person cannot control having goosebumps. 7. 1. A cat's eyes are very revealing. Is it sometimes difficult for you to comprehend your cat's behavior? Like humans, cats experience a wide range of emotions. They feel happy or unhappy, bored or excited, content or upset, and so on. Since cats can't express themselves verbally, it is up to us to learn to recognize the many physical expressions that show how they are feeling. You can tell a lot about how your cat is feeling just by observing its facial expression. A cat's eyes are very revealing. 7. 2. Your cat is usually in a good mood. When your cat is content and relaxed, the eyes blink slowly and the pupils are of normal size. If the eyes are wide open with large pupils, something may be causing your cat to feel afraid. This can also mean that your cat is just being very attentive, like at feeding time. If your cat's ears are pointed up, this means he or Knowing these basic signals will help you to improve your relationship with your wonderful companion. 8. Rabbits are best known for their distinctive long ears. Rabbits are best known for their distinctive long ears. It may seem odd that their ears are so long, but as a matter of fact, they play important roles in the animals' lives. First, long ears allow rabbits to hear their enemies, even when they are a long distance away. Rabbits can even turn their ears to check for sounds in different directions. The other main role for the ears is to control body temperature. The normal body temperature for a rabbit is about 39 degrees. When it gets too hot or too cold, the blood vessels in the ears change in size. Therefore, those long ears can maximize not only hearing, but also the transfer of heat to and from the outside environment. 9. What keeps the ocean moving? The ocean is always moving. On board a boat, you see ocean wave movement all the way to the horizon. At the beach, the waves crash in, or peaceful small waves simply ebb and flow. What keeps the ocean moving? Scientists have found that it is energy that powers the waves. The most common type of wave is wind-driven. When the wind hits the water, energy is created. Waves are formed as this energy passes through the water. Other types of waves are driven by the energy of severe weather. Weather conditions, such as hurricanes, can cause possibly hazardous waves. Underwater disturbances from earthquakes or erupting volcanoes can also create very long waves known as tsunamis. And finally, the energy from the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon also creates waves. These are the tides which periodically rise and fall.
10. That's all for the weather. Good morning. This is the 6 o'clock weather report. Today in Tokyo, we can expect a high of 25 degrees and a low of 17 degrees later in the evening. This morning will be mostly cloudy, with a 30% chance of precipitation until early afternoon. After the rain clears up, we are expecting sunny skies for the rest of the day. Please be aware that windy conditions may continue through the rest of this week. Fortunately, daytime temperatures should not fall below 22 degrees. Evening temperatures will drop significantly this weekend, so we suggest keeping a jacket handy. That's all for the weather. 11. Let me check it again, just in case. Hey, Ben. You're still up for the beach later, right?
Hey, Sarah. I'm on the fence. The weather report said there was going to be a storm.
Are you sure? I watched it this morning, and they seemed assured that it would be sunny.
Really? Maybe the information I got wasn't up to date.
Let me check it again, just in case. Yep, it's going to be sunny all afternoon.
Oh, really? Well, that's a considerable difference from what I heard. We can go to the beach after all.
Great. Are you going to drive, or should I just follow you?
Let's go together to save gas.
12. It's better for me mentally. Mark and Asami are chatting just before winter vacation.
Out of curiosity, do Japanese people make New Year's resolutions?
Some people do. I used to, but I've decided to skip them this year.
Oh, why? Don't you think they're a good way to change our behavior and improve our well-being?
The problem is that they're not really sustainable. I read that the majority of people give up on their resolutions by February.
Yeah, I know not everyone sticks to them. But don't you think just making an effort is worthwhile?
I'd rather set smaller and more realistic goals throughout the year. It's better for me mentally because I'm less likely to fail.
I see what you mean. Maybe the best idea is to find a balance between making resolutions and working on continuous improvement.
13. Have a nice trip.
Emmy is helping a tourist at the train station. Excuse me, do you speak English?
Yes, I do. Can I help you with something?
Yes, please. I'm a little board to a bullet train to go to Osaka. Can I buy a ticket on the platform?
Unfortunately, no. You can get a ticket at a ticket counter. Should I take you there?
Thank you. That would be great.
Here we are. Tell the staff that you want a ticket for the Nozomi train to Osaka.
Okay, Nozomi.
Yes, and it can be crowded at this time of day, so you might want to get a reserved seat.
Is it expensive?
I think it's about 1,000 yen more than a non-reserved seat, but I'm not really sure. Please ask them.
Okay, thank you for your help.
Oh, be sure to buy something to eat before you get on the train. It takes more than 2 hours. Have a nice trip.
I'm sure I will. Thank you.
14. They're even cheaper than wholesale. Can we go shopping today? I really want to get some designer jeans. Why do you want to waste money just so you can be trendy? What do you mean? The quality is much better than ordinary jeans. Besides, all my friends will envy me. Well, I'm afraid we just can't afford them right now. How about if we go to the outlet mall? Their regular prices are equivalent to sale prices at retail shops. And their sale prices are really a bargain. They're even cheaper than wholesale. Well, that sounds reasonably economical. I guess I could agree to that.
15. Can you show me something suitable? I need to buy another car. Mine is in terrible condition and it isn't going to last much longer. Can you show me something suitable?
Sure. How about this one? This particular automobile is only 4 years old and is still in amazingly great shape. It has a lot of great features that you would like.
It's very nice, but how much does it cost?
I could sell it to you for only $9,000.
$9,000? Oh no, that figure is a little too high for me. Is there any way I can negotiate a better deal with you if I pay in cash?
Well, perhaps I could talk to my boss to see if we could work something out.
16. Come early and beat the crowd. Attention shoppers, welcome to March Madness, our biggest sale of the year. We offer early bird specials every morning from 9 to 11. So come early and beat the crowd. For tomorrow's early bird special, all electronic goods and household appliances will be 20% off the marked price. Remember, if we run out of any advertised item, you can always request a rain check. We want to remind shoppers that we can no longer give cash refunds without a receipt. We will be glad to exchange any item for one of equal value or provide credit towards a future purchase. For your information, smoking is now banned throughout the building, including the store restaurant. Please refrain from smoking inside.
17. Welcome to our Midnight Madness sale. Good evening, shoppers. Welcome to our Midnight Madness sale. For those of you seeking good bargains, we have a huge selection of products that have been marked down significantly. These sales prices are in effect today only from 6 p.m. to midnight. So hurry up and get these great deals while they last. In our home goods department, we have slashed the prices on most kitchen appliances. Toasters and electric blenders are being offered at 50% off, to name a few. Free dish towels and matching pot holders are being given away to the first 50 people who make kitchen purchases. In our clothing department, you will find popular styles by leading designers on sale tonight only. All for unbelievably low prices. These prices are by far the best you will find this year. 18. It was well worth it. Donna's blog on downsizing tips. Do you have too much clutter in your home? Is it hard to find things when you need them? Over the years, the items my family possessed just kept increasing. So as mom in charge, I made an important decision. It was time to downsize our belongings to get back in control of our lives. This took time and patience, but I did it. In the end, it was well worth it. I'd like to share what I learned with you. My first tip is take it slow.
idea. I'll try to find someone. Well, let me know how it goes.
20. What characteristic do you admire most in a person? People on the street were asked the following survey question. What characteristic do you admire most in a person? Here are some of the answers received. Norma Martinez, psychologist. I think it's showing compassion for others. When I listen to other people's problems, I realize how much people want others to understand their feelings.
Paul Robinson, office administrator. I would say diligence and hard work. A person who is industrious can accomplish so much at the office. Mel Smith, parking attendant. I like a person who has optimism and looks on the bright side of things. When I'm parking cars, I don't want to hear customers complain too much.
21. What is your dream job? Some elementary school children were asked this question. What is your dream job? Here are some of their answers.
I want to invent something special that makes life better for people. My invention will change the world.
I want to be the chief of police. That way I can arrest all the bad guys who try to harm others.
I want to be an entertainer who is the main attraction of the night at Carnegie Hall. People will love me. I want to be a novelist who writes all kinds of stories. Exciting ones that keep you on the edge of your seat, and sad ones that make you weep.
I want to be a defense attorney just like my mother. I would help innocent people who need justice in this world. 22. Who is your ideal partner? So, who is your ideal partner? Well, I guess he should be good looking and extremely funny. Yes, being able to laugh together is definitely important. Also, he needs to be capable of having a conversation. I want him to be a good listener too. Totally. It's not attractive if he just talks about himself. I find that so arrogant and annoying. I agree. Being talkative is certainly an advantage, but he shouldn't monopolize the conversation. I'd like him to be able to get along with my friends too. If they approve of him, it's a sign that I picked a good one. Very true. I guess we should start looking for our ideal partners then. 23. John and I are getting married. Dear Diary, great news! John and I are getting married, and I'll always treasure the moment he proposed to me. We were walking along the beach, holding hands and enjoying the beautiful sunset. Suddenly, he dropped to his knee and proposed. Will you marry me? Of course, I said yes. Over the past few years, my love for him has grown deeper and deeper. He is intelligent, kind-hearted, and very broad-minded. I trust him and know that I can always count on him. We communicate well with each other, sharing our dreams and aspirations for the future. Engraved on the ring he gave me are these words: enduring love. Sincerely, Emma.
24. 1. This personality questionnaire will astonish you. This personality questionnaire will astonish you. Follow the directions very carefully. Complete each exercise as you scroll down. Don't look ahead. 1. Put the following 5 animals in order of preference: cow, tiger, sheep, horse, pig. 2. Write one word that describes each of the following: dog, cat, rat, music, sea. 3. Think of people who are significant in your life and relate each of them to one of the following colors. Name one person for each color: yellow, orange, red, white, green. Finished? 24. 2. This defines your priorities in life. Please be certain that your answers are what you really intend. Look at the interpretations below. Answers. personality traits. Your description of the cat implies the personality traits of your good friend. Your description of the rat implies the personality traits of your enemies or competitors. Your description of music implies how sociable you are. Your description of the sea implies how you view your own life. 3. Colors. Yellow, someone you want to forget. Orange, your most loyal friend. Red, someone you really love. White, your twin brother. Green, someone who will always remain in your memory. 25. What's your take on it? Hey, Mike, I heard the 16 types personality test is becoming a trend these days. What's your take on it?
Yeah, it is. A lot of people are really serious about the outcome of the test.
I was wondering if I should try taking it.
You haven't taken it yet? I'm really curious about your type. You know, considering your personality.
Wait, you're not going to change your impression of me based on the results, right?
Of course not. I think what you gain from the test is the ability to understand yourself more deeply.
Oh, that's a good way to think about it. Thanks, Monty.
No problem. I do think you're definitely ambitious, though. 26. What's your favorite beverage? People were asked this question. What's your favorite beverage, and when do you like to drink it? Here are their answers.
Every morning, before I depart for work, I must have my cup of coffee to be able to complete all the day's tasks. I usually feel like drinking a cold beer when I'm at a party with my friends.
Without hesitation, I can say the only fluid I ever drink is plain water. It's supposed to be pure and natural, so I drink it all day long. Before going to bed, I often indulge in some hot cocoa. When I drink it, I feel thoroughly relaxed and can fall asleep better.
27. I was a little skeptical at first. Hey, I tried this online personality test. The analysis was based on my favorite colors. I was a little skeptical at first, but it was amazingly accurate. Here are my results. Your situation. You like activities that provide excitement or stimulation. You want to feel inspired. Your main stresses. You sometimes experience feelings of emptiness and loneliness. You enjoy competition, but other people may think you are too competitive. You have a tendency to be pessimistic. Your goals. You believe that life has a lot more to offer. You hope to achieve great things, and you pursue your goals fiercely. You seek close relationships in which there is intense love and deep mutual trust. Try it and let me know what you think. 28. Why not join your local Speech Masters Club? Are you anything but eager to give a speech in front of an audience? Do you feel you lack what it takes to be interesting and persuasive? Why not join your local Speech Masters Club? By participating in a fun and friendly Speech Masters group, you will not only become a more skillful speaker, but also develop your leadership qualities and the confidence you need to succeed in your chosen field. Speech Masters offers proven methods to help you improve your communication skills, deliver excellent presentations, and lead meetings effectively. You will also learn to be a better listener and to give and receive constructive evaluations. It is a known fact that better speakers are more successful, and that's not debatable.
29. A mistake is an opportunity to learn something new.
During a coffee break in the employee lounge,
I liked what our boss said in today's meeting. A mistake is an opportunity to learn something new.
I believe that. Here's why. One evening, I walked into my living room holding the TV's remote control and a full glass of milk. I meant to toss the remote onto the sofa, but instead, I tossed the glass of milk.
Oh no, sounds like quite a mess.
It really was. Since then, I'm very attentive whenever I'm carrying a beverage.
Here's my lesson learned story. I sent an email to Mike, who handles office supplies. mistake, so I quickly wrote back, not for a whale, but for a while. Now I always double check my emails before sending them. 30. You will cherish the special moments you spend here. Do you want to be truly inspired by sheer beauty? See the breathtaking views from the top of the mountains. Explore the deserted sandy beaches. Hear the waves come crashing onto the shore. Even take a swim with the dolphins. You will cherish the special moments you spend here. Come join us at ABC Resort, your exotic paradise on the island of Kauai. 5-star deluxe hotel with world-class restaurants, golf course, and full-service health spa. For reservations, call 808-555-1234. ABC Resort, 12345 Hanapepe Lagoon Drive, Hanapepe, Hawaii, 96793. www.resortabc.com. Your special paradise awaits you. 31. They are sure to delight your children. If you're in Los Angeles with your family, be sure to visit the La Brea Tar Pits. They were first discovered in 1869 by explorers who found bubbling pools containing water and a thick black substance. This turned out to be the first indication of oil in Western America. The fossils of many extinct species are on display at the nearby George C. Page Museum. These are from unlucky animals that were trapped in the tar pits thousands of years ago. Visitors can actually watch the removal, cleaning, and repair of real bones. Outside the museum, in Hancock Park, there are many life-size models of ancient animals, which are sure to delight your children. 32. 1. Here are some tips for airline passengers. It is important to plan ahead for international travel. Here are some tips for airline passengers who will be flying abroad. Apply for a passport if needed. Check the expiration date on an existing passport. Get a small amount of foreign currency from the bank before leaving. Pack wisely. Don't include any prohibited items. Put needed items like prescription medicine in your carry-on baggage. Be sure to get to the airport on time. Allow at least 2.5 hours for international flights. 32. 2. Have your passport and ticket readily available. What can you do to make your check-in procedure smoother and more enjoyable? Have your passport and ticket readily available for check-in. Make sure you do not have any prohibited items in your hand baggage. Identify your bags by attaching baggage claim tags to them. Comply with airport security measures at immigration and customs. If your bags are inspected, be cooperative with officials. Anticipate crowded airports, long lines, and delays. If you plan to do some shopping at duty-free, allow enough time. Check you have local currency and exchange money at the airport if necessary. Head to the boarding gate at least 30 minutes before the flight is due to depart.
33. I'm going to Wales.
What are you doing for the summer holidays?
I'm going to Wales.
Really? Isn't Wales quite rural?
Yes, I'm going to walk the coastal path. I heard the landscape is beautiful.
Wow, that definitely sounds like fun.
I can't wait to smell the sea air.
Will you do anything else?
Yes, actually, I have a very busy itinerary. Day 1, walk the Anglesey coastal path and visit castle ruins. Day 2, drive around Snowdonia National Park. Day 3, free time or take a wildlife boat trip to see dolphins and seals. Day 4, stay at a Celtic village and learn about folk legends. Day 5, visit a food fair and sample plenty of Welsh food. just got back from Bangkok. How was it?
It was very interesting, and not at all what I expected.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised at how developed Bangkok is. There were so many modern buildings. In the downtown area, there were many large department store complexes. In fact, I bought several Thai silk blouses there at reasonable prices.
Sounds great.
It was, and I was amazed at how convenient it was to get around. There were many different forms of transportation. You could catch a taxi, a monorail line, a boat, a motorcycle taxi, or even a tuk-tuk.
35. 2. Oh, what a great experience. A what?
A tuk-tuk. It's a three-wheeled vehicle used as a motor taxi. It was fun to ride around in, but you have to be careful because sometimes the drivers charge too much.
That's good to know. What else did you do there?
Of course, I went to see lots of temples. They were absolutely spectacular. I saw one unique temple made completely out of colorful glass blocks.
Is that right? That sounds impressive.
Also, I got a Thai massage at a spa while I was there. I felt so relaxed after that.
Oh, what a great experience. I want to go to Bangkok someday too. 36. Is there any place you would recommend? Hi, I'm sorry. I couldn't help but overhear that you're a surfing instructor.
Oh, hi. Yes, I am. I run a small surf shop near the beach.
That's really cool. I've actually been looking for somewhere to take a surfing lesson.
What a great coincidence. When were you looking to schedule a lesson?
Anytime, really. But I do want to see some sights first, since I just got here. Is there any place you would recommend?
There's a really interesting history museum just down the road. It specifically focuses on regional history.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Thank you. Can I stop by your surf shop later today?
Absolutely. I'll be there until around 6, so come by anytime.
Thanks.
37. Are there any questions? Aloha, everyone. Welcome to Kailua Kona College's English Language Summer Program. We think the island of Hawaii offers you an ideal environment in which to study and live while you are here. Our program will concentrate on conversational English and American culture. You will be engaged in many new cultural experiences in the weeks ahead. We want you to make the most of this tremendous opportunity. I've distributed a copy of our schedule to each of you. We have lots of activities planned. If you want to, you can try windsurfing, hike on a volcano, or even go whale watching. Today, we will break into small groups and get to know each other better. Then we'll have lunch in the cafeteria. After that, your host family will pick you up. Are there any questions?
38. 1. Are there any rules you'd like me to follow?
This is the room you'll be using.
Thank you. Are there any rules you'd like me to follow?
No, not really. I like to let the students who stay here live independently. Just be sure to keep your room neat.
Okay, I'll do the best I can.
Here, let me explain how to use the bath. You turn the lever this way to use the shower, and this way to fill the bathtub. You can adjust the water temperature with these knobs.
Thanks. I think I'll get used to it.
Let me warm up some milk to help you recover from your long trip. You must be exhausted.
38. 2. Have you ever done origami before? I'm going to demonstrate how to make an origami crane. Have you ever done origami before?
Maybe sometime in the distant past, but I'm not so confident in my ability now. Let me get some scissors.
No, no cutting is necessary. It's a little complicated, but I think you'll manage. First, fold the paper in half like okay?
My favorite band announced that they're going on a world tour.
Oh, I thought you were in some kind of trouble. That's great. Are they coming to Tokyo?
Yes, and I have to get tickets somehow.
What do you mean by somehow? Is it that competitive?
Yes, they've become increasingly popular lately. I have to register for a lottery first. Then I might get a chance to purchase tickets.
What? That's crazy. They must be great performers.
They are. I don't know what I'll do if I lose the lottery. Maybe I can sneak past the security guard.
Emmy, I know you're kidding, but that would definitely end badly. 40. They sound amazing. Dan and Nia are talking at a house party. What a fantastic party. I love this music. It has such a great rhythm and so much energy.
I love it too. I like how this band uses some unusual objects as musical instruments, such as garbage can lids, glass bottles, and blocks of wood.
I know. They sound amazing, don't they? It's a great way to recycle things too. It helps to raise awareness about pollution. I can see why they're an award-winning group.
I agree. Their music doesn't appeal to everyone, though. Some of my friends think it's too chaotic.
I think that's ridiculous. Their music is awesome. Whenever I hear them, I can't help dancing. Speaking of that, would you like to dance? 41. What can I say about Stevie Wonder? September 1st. I love Stevie. To all you Stevie fans everywhere, what can I say about Stevie Wonder? A man is a musical genius. And yesterday, I was there at the Seattle Convention Center when he rocked the house. He was just so amazing. As always, he performed with such skill and deep emotion. I love the way he connects with the audience. You can just feel his energy and power. The music that he creates is the kind of music that unites people of all different backgrounds. There can be no doubt that he loves what he does, and that is an inspiration to all of us.
42. It was a remarkable performance filled with emotion. 5 stars. Remarkable performance. There was a sense of excitement in the air when the lights dimmed. At that moment, the conductor, Seiji Ozawa, emerged from behind the flutes. He received a rousing ovation and then began his first piece. As Ozawa expressively waved his wand, the unity and focus of the orchestra became clear. He employed a lyrical style, highlighting dissonant chords. Ozawa's approach was successful because he skillfully transitioned from a feeling of tense dissonance to one of complete harmony in the ending. It was a remarkable performance filled with emotion. Once again, Ozawa showed why he is a world-renowned conductor with such great musical ability.
43. I can't wait for tomorrow.
There is a Robert Norman exhibition at the Museum of Contemporary Art tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shall we postpone our beach trip and check out the museum instead?
Sounds good. I love contemporary art.
Me too. I really don't understand why some people think it's inferior to classical art.
I guess some people's idea of art is old-fashioned.
True. They just don't appreciate paintings that use spheres, squares, and triangles.
Yeah. Personally, I think landscape paintings are just too busy and rather dull.
Contemporary art really stimulates the imagination and makes people think about the creative flair behind the painting.
Exactly. I can't wait for tomorrow.
44. Ukiyo-e is one of Japan's best-known art forms. Ukiyo-e is one of Japan's best-known art forms. It began in the 17th century with works that were relatively simple and mostly black and white. The earliest ukiyo-e pictures showed daily life in Kyoto and other simple subjects. Later, artists started to add color, and the first woodblock prints appeared. With paintings of attractive women and kabuki actors, ukiyo-e became widely popular in the late 18th century and 19th century. Although Japan was isolated ukiyo-e spread throughout the 19th century, with the publication of nearly 250 books on ukiyo-e in countries outside Japan by the early 20th century.
45. Are you familiar with the Western artists?
I'm studying art restoration at school back home. While I'm here visiting in Japan, I want to learn more about Japanese art.
Okay, that's great. So, one traditional style of Japanese art is called ukiyo-e. Ukiyo-e prints had a profound influence on many artists in the Western world.
Is that so? Tell me more.
Are you familiar with the Western artists Claude Monet and Vincent van Gogh?
Of course. They painted numerous masterpieces. I love Monet's water lilies and Van Gogh's sunflowers.
Well, Monet and Van Gogh were two of the artists who adopted many ukiyo-e compositional styles and techniques in their paintings. These techniques included the use of asymmetry, broad brushstrokes, bright colors, and flat backgrounds. For example, Van Gogh's sunflowers is painted with big outlines on a flat background.
Wow, this is so fascinating.
46. The tour takes about an hour. Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, could you tell me a little about your art tour?
Yes, definitely. The tour takes about an hour. The tour guide is very knowledgeable and open to any questions you may have. An artist herself, she can share her unique perspective on the various works of art.
Can we leave the tour early if we find some exhibit that we like?
Yes, but we recommend that you stay with the tour till the end. This will enable you to gain a good overview of what's available. Then later, you could check out any exhibit that interests you.
Okay, I understand. I'd like to buy 2 tickets for today's 1 p.m. tour. 47. Let's get started. Welcome, everyone. I'm Loretta, your guide today. I'll be showing you the work of some prestigious artists as well as some of our recent acquisitions. Let's get started. This exhibit is entitled Picasso and Africa. Here you see 80 of Picasso's paintings and sculptures together with a selection of African masks and statues, like those he had around him as he worked. Picasso seems to absorb the abstract concepts of African art in the formation of his own unique style. Next, you will see an exclusive showing of some works of documentary photographer Ben Shahn. His photographs reflect a penetrating view of urban life in New York City in the late 1990s. 48. I prefer more abstract art.
I understand that this portrait is quite valuable.
Is that so? It's a little too traditional for my taste. I prefer more abstract art.
Come on, you mean like Picasso?
Not really. In fact, sometimes his work seems disturbing to me. I'm talking about an approach to art that's called New Age. It conveys the more spiritual nature of existence. Say, I think I saw some in the other room. Let's take a look.
Oh, I see what you mean. I actually feel calm looking at this work. I think this kind of art could have a profound influence on people.
49. I'm beginning to broaden my thinking. Hi, Paul. We're having a wonderful time. We went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art yesterday. I confess that I never liked modern art very much before, but now I'm beginning to broaden my thinking. I saw several extremely impressive pieces of modern art. However, the exhibits that I was most enthusiastic about were the photo art displays. I love black and white photography. It can be powerful and realistic. It can capture the emotion on a face, a dramatic moment at an event, or just the overall mood of a location. When I get back, I'm going to pull out my camera again. Perhaps I'll start shooting some nice landscapes. Do you want to join me? Kate. 50. I'm really honored to accept this award. I'm really honored to accept this award. I want to express my deepest appreciation to the members of the Academy for selecting me.
Attention film lovers, the Santa Monica Film Festival starts soon. From April 6th to 10th, a new wave of international culture will be coming to our city. This gala will connect you with filmmakers, actors, critics, and storytellers. Join us for studio premieres, interviews with actors and directors, and panel discussions. These sessions will inspire and transform your thinking and stimulate conversations among all who attend. We will be featuring more than 50 American and international films, short films, informative documentaries, animation clips, and creative public service announcements. Keep in mind that this all happens during a period of only 5 days. Contact Margaret Woods at 424-567-1234 in our PR department for more information and to purchase passes for the event. 51. 2. We need volunteers. We want to acknowledge that the Santa Monica Film Festival would not be possible without the invaluable support of our dedicated volunteers. Below is some information about volunteering. We need volunteers. Do you have a pleasant personality and outstanding people skills? Do you get along well with others? Are you reliable and trustworthy? Do you like meeting interesting people? Do you want to be part of a meaningful community event? If so, then we may have a volunteer job for you. We especially need people to greet others, to stamp entry passes, to be ushers, and to work in the souvenir shop. For more information concerning how to become a volunteer, please email us at volunteer@xxxx.com. Someone will then contact you. 52. 1. Don't you enjoy those classic movies of yesterday? Hey, movie lovers, don't you enjoy those classic movies of yesterday? My vote for the greatest movie ever made is Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather, 1972. Marlon Brando portrays Vito Corleone, the aging patriarch who runs a New York crime family. Al Pacino plays the role of a reluctant family outsider who later becomes a ruthless mafia leader. The acting is spectacular, and it was the first mafia-type movie made from the gangster's perspective. I recall being super scared by this thriller, Steven Spielberg's Jaws, 1975. A gigantic great white shark threatens a small island community. So the police chief, Roy Scheider, tries to stop it. Spielberg employed dramatic music to indicate the approach of the shark. Whenever I hear that music, da-dum, 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 I still get a little anxious. 52. 2. What's your vote for the greatest classic film? Music also brings life to movies. One movie musical that stands out is Robert Wise's The Sound of Music, 1965. It was actually the film version of a 1959 Broadway musical. The music was arranged by Richard Rodgers, and lyrics were written by Oscar Hammerstein II. Their songs are timeless and are still relevant today. When I watch the film, I fell in love with Julie Andrews as she sang and danced amid the surrounding green hills. Andrews plays the role of Maria, who was studying to become a nun. She is sent to the villa of a retired military officer and widower to care for his 7 children. She brings a new love of life and music into their home. Let's hear from all of you. What's your vote for the greatest classic film? Post your comments below. 53. First of all, the intriguing plot draws us in. 4 stars out of 5. Great show. Why is Criminal Lab one of the most popular dramas on TV today? First of all, the intriguing plot draws us in. When a murder is committed, the crime scene investigators examine the evidence with the latest high-tech tools. It's not just about finding out who the criminal is, but more about how the crime was committed. Viewers, now familiar with blood spatter and latent prints, feel that they are learning how crimes are solved. Also, the characters in the series are extremely believable and well developed. Then, there are those strong visual effects that are used to illustrate
you read any of those stories?
No, I haven't.
One of my favorites is Along Came a Spider. In the book, a dangerous criminal kidnaps two children. During the FBI probe into the kidnapping, Alex Cross is able to find critical clues that were overlooked by others. He eventually solves the case by interacting with the criminal and exposing his vulnerabilities. Much of the suspense is derived from the personal interaction between Alex Cross and the criminal. 55. I highly recommend this book. 5 stars. A very helpful book. How do you pursue happiness? The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama and Howard C. Coulter poses this question in a remarkably meaningful way. This book starts with a quote from the Dalai Lama stating that the very purpose of our life is to seek happiness. Yet what is happiness? Is it good health? Is it prosperity and all the material things we accumulate? Is it the fulfillment we find in interpersonal relationships? Is it the belief in a religion? The Dalai Lama concludes that none of these can bring you happiness if you don't have a positive attitude. I highly recommend this book. It provides an entirely different outlook on the meaning of happiness.
56. 1. The champion book of the day is announced. Bibliobattle is a social book review game where groups of readers come together to introduce a variety of books. First, participants choose an interesting book they would like to recommend to others. They are given 5 minutes to explain about the topic of the book. Afterwards, the audience and presenters participate in a 3-minute discussion to assess the book. The audience can ask questions to clarify information or the presenter's opinion of the book. When all the presenters have finished, the participants vote for the best book, and the champion book of the day is announced. To connect with other readers, presenters can upload their presentations to YouTube. By doing so, they can share their opinions and convince others to read their books. 56. 2. What made you read the book? Thank you for your presentation.
You're welcome.
So, who do you recommend should read this book?
Well, I think it's suitable for any age. There's something valuable in it for everyone. I think the most important aspect of the book is its teachings on tolerance, courage, good, evil, and injustice. I think everyone should be encouraged to read it. What made you read the book? I read an online article that praised the book and author.
What do you think is the most dramatic incident in the book?
I'd say the courtroom scene. There's so much tension and drama. It covers about 5 chapters of the whole book. 57. Nothing beats a good old-fashioned book. With the rise of digital publishing, experts predict that printed books will soon go the way of the dinosaurs. We have already witnessed the decline of traditional newspapers and magazines as readers have shifted to electronic media. In the same way, traditional books are likely to become an increasingly rare commodity. Sales of electronic reading devices have skyrocketed in recent years. These slim and light gadgets provide readers with access to hundreds of thousands of titles that can be easily stored and transported. Without a doubt, these developments have turned the publishing industry inside out. Even so, many avid readers hope that printed books will not disappear entirely. They say that nothing beats a good old-fashioned book when you want to curl up with a work of fiction by your favorite author. 58. What's that you're reading?
Anne meets her friend Kenta by chance in a coffee shop.
Hey, Kenta, what's up?
Oh, hi Anne. Have a seat. I'm just taking advantage of my free time today. How about you?
Me too. What's that you're reading? It looks like a comic book.
It's my favorite manga in digital format. It's about a group of friends looking for a lost treasure.
I've heard that manga has many enthusiastic fans overseas these days. They like the attractive illustrations and interesting storylines.
Yeah, I particularly appreciate the artistic illustrations in manga.
But some people say that manga is primarily for children, don't they?
Actually, a lot of adults like it too. It It's entertainment for people of all ages. It can also be educational. In Japan, many people learn history and the classics through manga.
59. I really appreciate you explaining this to me.
Hey Mary, what's new?
Well, I'm going to Kyoto with friends tomorrow. There are many temples and shrines in Kyoto, right? The difference between them, however, is confusing.
The main difference is that they are places of worship for two completely different religions, Buddhism and Shintoism. These two religions have coexisted since the 6th century.
Really?
Yes, temples are Buddhist places of worship. We usually go there for events like funerals and memorial services for our ancestors.
Interesting. And how about shrines?
Shrines are for Shintoism. We generally go there to celebrate life's milestones, such as marriage and the birth of a child.
I see. I really appreciate you explaining this to me.
60. It's a good idea to watch what others do first. Advice from a travel magazine. Going on a global journey? It's important to learn about the customs of the countries you'll be visiting. You'll want to avoid words, actions, and gestures that may seem impolite. One way to make a good impression is to understand local greeting customs. For example, in Thailand, people commonly bow, similar to Japan. However, they also press their hands together in front of their chests to show respect. Believe it or not, people in Tibet often stick their tongues out when they meet people. This would not be appropriate in most countries, as people might think it looks rude. However, in Tibet, it is seen as both a friendly hello and a sign of respect. Of course, whatever country you are in, greetings can vary depending on the situation and relationship. It's a good idea to watch what others do first, so you don't embarrass yourself.
61. I'm getting very relaxed. Oh, it feels so good. The temperature of the water is perfect. I'm getting very relaxed. Me too. You have such wonderful hot springs here in Japan. That's right. We have many of them located throughout Japan. Our numerous volcanoes heat up the underground water and gas and ultimately create the hot springs. I didn't know that. Some are casual day trip hot spring baths, while others are luxurious resorts. You can enjoy the hot springs and some delicious cuisine there. And hot springs are beneficial for our health, right? Yes. There is an old Japanese custom that still exists today. Stay in a hot spring area for several weeks and bathe often in the mineral-rich hot spring. This will cure your illnesses and restore your health. Well then, let's just enjoy this totally relaxing and healthy experience.
62. Everything at this ceremony is performed with hospitality. The Japanese tea ceremony, known as sado, is a traditional ritual which involves preparing and enjoying tea. Through sado, it is possible to learn the Japanese sense of beauty, or wabi-sabi. This means finding beauty in simplicity and imperfection. Sado consists of a series of actions: purifying the utensils, making tea, and serving it to guests. Everything at this ceremony is performed with hospitality and all according to an established sequence. These actions are also part of a spiritual process deeply rooted in Zen Buddhism. Sado helps people leave behind the distractions and stresses of daily life. They can experience a sense of peace by being fully present in the moment.
63. I felt a sense of peace. I went to a Japanese tea ceremony on Friday. It was a very meaningful experience for me. In fact, I consider it to be one of the highlights of my trip here.
That's great. Since you're from London, are you familiar with the British custom of afternoon tea?
Of course I am. It's very popular back home.
Sado can be traced back to about 500 years ago. How about afternoon tea?
Afternoon tea began in the early 19th century. Later, the custom gained popularity and spread quickly throughout England. Now it's much less formal than it used to be.
I see. How did you feel after Sano?
I felt a sense of peace sitting in the quiet tea room. In London, I typically felt more sociable because of the interactions I had with others during the tea party. English afternoon tea and the Japanese tea ceremony are really quite different experiences. 64. Why didn't I think of that? Mark stops to chat with Asami as he is leaving work.
Hey, Asami, are you working overtime tonight?
Just for a while. I'm organizing a welcome party for our new Indonesian colleague, Ahmed. He's Muslim, so I'm reading up on information about halal food guidelines.
I've heard about halal, but I don't know much about its principles. We need to be careful about some dietary restrictions, don't we?
Yes, it says here that eating pork and drinking alcohol are forbidden. It also says that restaurants and shops must verify that all food is properly prepared. I'm not sure what that actually means, though.
Maybe we should find a halal restaurant online and consult them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
I'm really looking forward to trying different foods. This is going to be a fun event.
65. We shouldn't take life for granted.
Amy, did you see the article about the Bronte sisters that I emailed you?
I did. I knew they were acclaimed authors, but I didn't know they had such difficult lives.
I was also surprised to learn about their numerous hardships. When their first book of poetry was published by a publisher, it only sold 2 copies.
It must have taken a great deal of courage to keep going after that.
They had some success later on, but they kept encountering setbacks.
How frustrating. Nevertheless, it seems like they really loved writing.
Yes, it's a tragic story. Ultimately, they all died quite young and were not properly recognized until after their deaths.
It just goes to show that we shouldn't take life for granted. 66. Not everyone agrees with me. Ken is at his internship with an American company. He is asking his friend Anne about American history.
Tomorrow is Columbus Day, right? I heard it's a controversial holiday. Why is that?
Well, first of all, Columbus didn't really discover the Americas. The first European explorer to come here is said to be Leif Erikson, 5 centuries before Columbus.
That's interesting. Columbus came here accidentally, right? He was attempting to sail to India, and that's why Native Americans are called Indians.
Yes, that's correct. Columbus was praised as an explorer, but Native Americans had already been living here for thousands of years. They had rich cultures and civilization.
I guess that's why some people want to abolish the holiday.
Yes, some states have established a new holiday called Indigenous Peoples Day. I think it should be an official national holiday too, but not everyone agrees with me.
67. That makes sense. Paul and Nami are walking in the area near Tokyo Tower. Tokyo Tower really resembles the Eiffel Tower in France, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's not by coincidence. The architect, Naito Tachi, was inspired by the Eiffel Tower when he designed it.
I see. It looks more modern than the Eiffel Tower, though.
Yes, it was constructed in the 1950s. On the other hand, the Eiffel Tower was completed in the 1880s. Gustave Eiffel designed it for the World's Fair in Paris.
Is Tokyo Tower different from the Eiffel Tower in other ways?
Yes, Tokyo Tower was mainly built to broadcast TV and radio signals. As you can see, the colors are very different too. Tokyo Tower is painted international orange and white to comply with air safety regulations. It's more visible for airplane pilots.
That makes sense. Anyway, both towers are great examples of modern engineering, as well as important cultural landmarks.
Jewish orphans to safety in Switzerland. By using his skills as a mime, he was able to keep the children calm during the long and risky journey. In 1944, Marceau's father was murdered at Auschwitz. I cried for my father, recalled Marceau in 2002. But I also cried for the millions of people who died. Destiny permitted me to live. This is why I have to bring hope to people who struggle in the world.
After the speech, I was impressed by how Marceau helped children escape to safety. What activities did he engage in after World War II?
He performed mime worldwide so that he could share what he called the art of silence.
69. 1. We are interested in attending some Japanese cooking classes. 2. Takayuki Nakamura. From Mark Martin. Subject: Japanese cooking classes. Hi, I'm traveling with my colleague to Tokyo for a business trip in early March. We will be occupied with meetings nearly every day, but we are interested in attending some Japanese cooking classes. We would like to learn how to make sushi and other traditional Japanese dishes. Obviously, the instruction must be in English. Any recommendations? Thanks, Mark. 69. 2. Please contact me if you are interested. 2. Mark Martin. From Takayuki Nakamura. Subject: Free Japanese cooking classes. Hi, Mark. My wife offers cooking lessons in our home. The cost is quite reasonable, only 1,000 yen per lesson, plus the cost of ingredients. My wife doesn't speak English, but the other students can act as interpreters. Please contact me if you are interested. Best regards, Takayuki.
70. Let's get started. Hello, my name is Sachi. I will be your English interpreter today. Our teacher is Yumi Nakamura, and she welcomes us. Today's lesson is about how to make temakizashi. It's the type of sushi that people usually eat at home. So, let's get started. We use short grain rice. Earlier we started the rice cooker, and now the rice is ready. First, we put the cooked rice into a bowl. Then we pour in the seasoning, sushi vinegar that's mixed with sugar and salt. Now we're ready for the fillings. The choices are up to you. Today you can choose from boiled shrimp, flaked tuna, sliced ham, crab sticks, avocado, cucumber, and lettuce. What fillings would you like?
How about cooked shrimp, avocado, and cucumber?
Sounds great. Here, this is how you wrap the rice and fillings in the dried seaweed sheet. Please try to make one for yourself.
Mark and his coworker Ellen each start to make one.
Oh, it's a bit difficult to roll it into the shape of a cone. But it's delicious and fun to eat, especially with all these fillings that we like.
71. Keep a supply of fresh fruit on hand. Do you work full-time? Is it hard for you to find time to eat properly on a workday? Our nutritionist has provided some practical ideas to help you. Prepare your healthy meals in advance and freeze portions in Ziploc bags. Then, you can just pop one in the microwave when you get home late from work. Keep a supply of fresh fruit on hand. Bring some with you to eat on your daily commute or at the office. Fruit tastes good and is nutritious too. Bring your own lunch. A tuna sandwich using whole grain bread can be quite satisfying. If you go out to eat, choose salads with lots of leafy green vegetables.
72. 1. We share the cooking. I hate cooking, but fortunately for me, my husband is a talented cook.
Really? Does he cook for both of you regularly?
Well, this is the agreement that we've worked out. We share the cooking. He cooks most weekdays, and I cook on the weekends. Since he's working part-time now, he's at home more during the week than me.
You're a lucky boy.
I am. The other part of our agreement is that I'm responsible for all the shopping. He just hates shopping. But that's no problem for me. I go to the grocery store twice a week and stock the refrigerator
does he cook?
One of my favorites is his Asian beef stir fry.
Really? How does he make it?
First, he heats some garlic and red pepper in a small amount of olive oil in the frying pan. Then, he chops an onion, some celery stalks, and some cabbage leaves, and he fries them with lean strips of beef. He pours some soy sauce over it and cooks it a little more. Finally, he serves it with brown rice.
It sounds good.
It really is delicious and very nourishing too. 73-1. I recommend not visiting during peak hours. Downtown Seattle has many outstanding breakfast spots, but in my opinion, Bako Cafe and Bistro offers the ultimate morning dining experience. The restaurant is located in the world-famous Pike Place Market and is close to downtown hotels and tourist sites. The atmosphere is elegant, but not overly formal, and the service is friendly and polite. The diverse menu emphasizes fresh market ingredients, as well as Seattle favorites such as Dungeness crab. I last dined at Bako on a leisurely Sunday morning. As usual, there was a line of customers waiting to get in. If you want to avoid the crowds, I recommend not visiting during peak hours. I chose to sit in the outside area, which faces First Avenue. If you would rather not put up with traffic noise, you can be seated in the downstairs cafe instead. 73-2. I started off with a glass of orange juice. Delicious, fresh squeezed orange juice from Baco's Juice Bar. For my breakfast, I ordered the Benedict Florentine, which consists of poached eggs with sautéed spinach, mushrooms, and fresh spring onion on an English muffin. It was marvelous. The eggs were served with a bunch of plum grapes, orange slices, and seasoned roasted potatoes, which were also magnificent. I finished up with a cup of Baco's gourmet coffee that was more than tasty. Whether you visit Baco on a regular basis or only occasionally, you won't be disappointed. In addition, Baco aims to keep prices reasonable, so you won't be shocked when you get your bill. 74-1. Do you want to eat out somewhere? Do you want to eat out somewhere on Saturday evening?
Sounds great. How about that all-you-can-eat place downtown? Barry's Big Boy. I love their pot roast, fried chicken, and baked apple pie.
I think we should keep away from buffet dinners because we tend to eat too much there. What about the Cliff?
Isn't it expensive?
Perhaps, but it would be nice. We could start off with an appetizer and order something exotic for the main course. I hear their sautéed prawns are great. We could even ask for the sommelier to advise us on a good bottle of wine. After all, we haven't had a romantic meal together in a long time. 74-2. Is it a special occasion?
The Cliff, how can I help you?
Hello. Can I book a table for two on Saturday evening?
Certainly. What time would you like to book for?
7 p.m.
That's fine. Is it a special occasion?
Just a casual dinner.
Great. Would you like to order from the menu or have the weekly 3-course menu?
We'll order from the menu. But if the sommelier can recommend a nice, affordable bottle of wine, that would be great.
By all means, he would be more than happy to do so.
Thank you.
So just to confirm, 2 people, Saturday evening from 7?
Yes.
Looking forward to having you then.
74-3. Is everything to your satisfaction?
Would you like to order your drinks immediately?
Yes, 2 glasses of white wine and a plate of the sautéed prawns, please. I understand they are not to be missed.
Indeed, they are very popular. Would you like any bread ahead of your starters?
Yes, please.
Leah, is everything to your satisfaction?
Yes. We're glad we took our friend's advice on ordering the prawns. They were outstanding.
I'm glad to hear that. We have a contract with a very reputable supplier.
75. What makes washaku special is its delicate flavors. In late 2013, UNESCO designated washaku, or Japanese cuisine, as intangible cultural heritage. Japanese cuisine was recognized for its delicious
Actually, I'm using a meal delivery service. I have a membership, so it's not that expensive.
77. How is your challenge going? Hey Ben, how is your no caffeine for a month challenge going?
Pretty good. Honestly, it has more benefits than I expected. I am less stressed out and I sleep better.
Really? What else have you noticed so far?
Well, for example, I used to drink coffee first thing in the morning. I couldn't wake up otherwise, and I kept drinking it all day long.
But now,
Now, I drink a lot of water, and I feel way less sluggish. Ironically, I think I have more energy now.
I heard that when you're dependent on caffeine, you need more and more to get the same effect.
I think that's true. This experiment is like a reset for my body. You should try it too. 78. 1. This kind of overeating can lead to serious health problems. I am here today to talk to you about the risks of low-fat diets. It is a widespread belief among dieters that the fastest way to lose body fat is to remove all fats from the diet. This is not only difficult, but also potentially dangerous. You can seriously damage your health. One problem with low-fat diets is that most low-fat processed foods contain massive amounts of sugar. Since these products are low in fat, people tend to think they can consume as much of them as they want without any harmful effects. The fact is, this kind of overeating can lead to all kinds of potentially serious health problems. 78. 2. In my opinion, any healthy diet must include healthy fats. Another thing that dieters often don't consider is the fact that there are good fats and bad fats. We should limit the bad fats, but consume more of the good fats. Good fats are essential for the body to function properly, and they actually help to burn unhealthy fat. Low-fat diets may also have a negative effect on the brain, which, you may be surprised to learn, is 67% fat. Many low-fat dieters have experienced depression and a loss of energy as a result of their eating habits. So, before you believe what you hear about low-fat diets, it's a good idea to check the facts first. In my opinion, any healthy diet must include healthy fats. 79. Now, let's move on to discussing specific nutrients. In our first session, we talked about the importance of variety in your diet. Your body is a complex machine. It needs a variety of foods in order to operate at its best. A diet with plenty of vegetables, fruits, and whole grains will give your body a rich supply of the nutrients needed for good health. Now, let's move on to discussing specific nutrients. First of all, protein. Protein is essential for human life. Good sources of protein are lean beef and the white meat in poultry. However, you don't have to eat meat every day. There are other ways to get the protein you need. Foods that also provide protein include low-fat dairy products, seafood, and beans and peas.
80. That's why so many doctors recommend walking. Walking is not only an enjoyable activity, but one that also has many health benefits. This website will help you to understand more about what walking can do for you. Did you know that walking can actually help increase the number of years you live, even if you begin only when you are older? That's why so many doctors recommend it, especially for senior citizens or other people who get little exercise. Walking helps strengthen bones. It can also be an effective way to reduce blood pressure and make your heart stronger. Walkers are less likely to fall and break bones, and less likely to develop heart disease. 81. She needs time to grieve. Ever since Dad's funeral last month, my mom has been withdrawing into herself. She's feeling miserable and has been isolating herself from others. She is reluctant to even go out of the house. I'm worried about her. She needs time to grieve. She's gone through such a terrible loss. Now she needs to heal. My mother had a similar experience
will give a lecture on aromatherapy.
はい、夜も更けておりますので、本日はこれにて終了したいと思います。遅くまで付き合いいただきましてありがとうございます。木曜です。明日金曜、週末だ。頑張っていきましょう。それではお疲れ様でした。おやすみなさい。バイバイ。